Pauline, my little beams of love and light. I believe it's part 19 of me using all my decks. Okay, and tonight the oracle is Voice of the Skulls Oracle. And the tarot deck is Tarot of the Divine. It's popping up on my FYP a lot. So let's get to it. I don't have much battery left. Surprise, surprise! It's first time using the skulls. I've already Palo Santo the decks, okay? I feel alienated, okay? That's the way I feel. Let's see if the oracle want to extrapolate from here. I mean, how cute is the Bambi glitter filter? I mean, so pretty. So we're going to pull from the deck tonight. Learning, number 4, stability. And tonight was a lesson. I realized how much I do not know. Things you take for granted. Okay, you get your education, you go through schools, and you think you remember things. Turns out I don't remember much from my education from back in the day. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of Googling. So learning is important. The Emperor, in order for you to feel confident, okay? The Emperor is very confident. Like I say, he sits pretty on his throne. He doesn't have anything to prove to the world. He really believes that he's arrived, okay? He's arrived. 4 of Swords. Healing past hurts. Learning is, you need to learn yourself, okay? And you need to learn your limits, your boundaries. And someone today was saying, you can DJ. I'm like, I cannot. You know, I think it's important to know your limits. I love to dance. I could try and put some records on some turntables. I cannot DJ. DJ, mixing one track to the other and keeping it flowing for hours, that is a skill I do not have. But there are more things you can learn, okay? And sometimes you don't have to know everything. I'm happy to see other people, like, you know, get on with their skills that I do not have. I don't have to know everything. The 2 of Wands, okay? There are new paths, there are new ways you can learn for yourself. It doesn't have to be what everyone else does. Tower. It comes as a shock. It comes as a revelation, okay? The new path for you to take comes as a revelation. The Magician. That's something you can create. You can create a new path, okay? You can pave the road that you want to walk on. Page of Coins, yes. Starts humbly. Like, know what you know and know what you don't know. The Buddha was aware. Knight of Cups. You see a message of love coming. It might be that you're starting to love yourself for everything. You know, don't beat yourself up for not knowing everything. Death. Eventually, this is our lot. All of us, we all have this in common, that we are born and we're going to die. And it's the bit in between that we need to work out, okay? And the 2 of Swords now, because we're blind. We don't, you know what they say in spiritual world, that you're born with all the knowledge in the world, but the way you're being brought up, you forget. So you need to learn things again. Queen of Coins, building a world whereby you can provide and you can learn and still be confident about it. The Emperor again. Meet the Emperor within. You need to find your contentment for who you are. There comes a point about how much more do you want to be? Do you want to have? Do you want to do? There comes a point in your life when you can just rest on your laurels. The Page of Coins is looking for things that they can be contented with. So, oh, I've got this calling, okay? The Page of Coins is working on a calling. Nine of Coins, okay? It's being independent and being content. Content to be just who you are. My little beams of love and light. Ace of Wands, you're full of creativity. Keep the fire burning. Keep your curiosity about the world. The Hermit. Learning is something that is very personal to you. You don't have to learn the things that people think you should learn. You just learn something that you are really into, okay? This is how people get specialized. Thank you, Spirit. But B, you always go on about love and you're single. It doesn't mean I don't know about love. It doesn't mean that I don't have love. It doesn't mean I am not love. I just want to be living in love, embody love. And this doesn't mean that I need to have someone else to prove this. Me being with someone is not a prerequisite of me being love. The Emperor. I'm Aries. I'm fine. I'm fine with just being me. Sometimes I annoy myself, but it's up to me to work at things, to get back into this state of contentment. Because maybe contentment is just happiness. Happiness doesn't have to be bliss all the time. Contentment is a very, really beautiful place to be. Six of Coins. Equal give and take. You learn and teach all of the time. Testament and testimony is what I say. Ace of Cups. You need to learn to love yourself first. You are number one. Remember, we had another ace, so that's two aces. Number one. Four of Cups. You see, Four of Cups is a place where you are discontent because you do not see what you have. That might be not, maybe it's not material. What you have is not something that you can quantify with money. Okay, it's not something that holds monetary value. Nevertheless, it is there. The Fool. We all start from nothing, just a heartbeat and a will to survive. So when you seek atonement, you need to forgive yourself for putting yourself under so much pressure to perform in front of the world, always seeking recognition from the world, when all you need is to recognize yourself as being worthy. Three of Cups, and this is where you can rejoice with others who, just like you, have understood that what matters the most is to be free to be you, to really feel that sense of freedom and to really do things that bring you joy. Five of Cups, to try and free yourself from the need to always be more than you actually are and be content with who you are. The Hierophant, and reach your higher self. Not a body, but spirit. Do not torture yourself anymore.